Hello everybody, Floppy Hat Photos back here again for another Idiot's Guide to Woodworking. And today's just a little quick update of a little piece of shop equipment I made super fast. Nothing special, nothing fancy, pocket hole jigs, just a little frame on the bottom, milling lined on top. And all it is a 24-inch by 19-inch table. And nothing else special. There is a bottom frame down here on the bottom that I'm going to actually put a box in there. I'm going to build it so it slides in through and basically moves easily enough to drop all my little cutoffs and stuff into. And one other thing, you notice sticking out here in the end, there's this little piece here, just a scrap piece of 2x4, and the only reason it's there is because the door needs something to hit. So without that little thing there, the handle was smashing all up in here into the saw itself. I didn't want to mess with that. So where it's setting, this is a nice rigid saw. It's got the nice sliding deal on it. As you can see, it comes in and out. Unfortunately though, with that concept, it makes it have to sit a long ways away from the wall. It's way crazy out in the middle of the room. Luckily it's not too bad. When you open the door, you can see it sticks out past the door a little ways. It's not horrible, but the position I've got it in, for the longest time, it actually for almost, well actually probably over a year now, it's set on top of that upside down plastic shelf, and the legs are getting wobblier and wobblier every single day. So where it's setting right now, I'm going to probably go ahead and just put a little dab of paint in the corners of the legs. In case I got to move it, I can always put it back to the same spot. And I have just a 2x4, 8 foot long, just clamped down here real quick to kind of show you how far out I can run a piece to cut. It goes right behind my wood stove chimney here, and I wouldn't let the wood hang out here very long because the wood stove's going and rocking hot. It'll be a little bit dangerous. But past that door, which may become a coat rack eventually, there is actually a set of wooden shelves. And I could get about another 2 feet. So I get 10 feet off this side if I needed to. If it's wintertime, by moving those two doors and up to that shelf. So it would give me enough room there. And I can also fit a 12-inch piece up here to the chimney to where the cutoffs needs to be. So I can get up to 10 inches, 12 inches and 10 foot long if I move those two doors. Coming back this way, which is more likely where, you know, the most of my cuts, I usually have this, my waist piece or the leftover, and I have my good pieces cut off that direction. So as I go, I'll be able to cut off the pieces I want. I'll make a little pile of them there. But if you notice, that actually goes all the way out to my garage door. And if you sight down here, you can see all the way out past the door. If we look straight, there we go. See all the way out past the door. So I can run a piece. I think it's probably, I don't know, I'm going to guess 25 feet, maybe 28 feet to that rental house there. So the empty house that's sitting there, that's basically just, I bought it to get the garage to have a workshop. That house is about 28 feet from here. So I can cut a 28 or 30 foot long piece from this point going right, and I can cut a 10 foot piece going left. And the other thing is, since this whole base is actually not bolted down or anything, I can just pick it up and move it anywhere I want to go. The actual saw is bolted down with some screws. It's all screwed together, been countersunk in. Just like I said, millimeter lined to what I had laying around for a 3/4 inch piece. I wanted a heavy duty. All it is just 2x4 frame, and then I've got 2x4 legs that are held in with pocket holes. Again, nothing fancy. A little bit of glue on there. I did do that. And then I also came in here and framed in the bottom of the legs just some 1x4 that I had. I just realized I'm missing a screw here, so I got to put another screw back in there. I was gonna say there should be 2 in each one of these, but that one's empty. So I'll drop the second screw in there, and they're not even nailed together here. I didn't 45 them, didn't I? It's butted them up together. All it is to keep my feet from racking around. That's all it's for. So my garage floor is not 100% flat, although with a little bit of slope in it, it's solid. So there's no issue there. I will look into maybe shimming it up if I need to worry about getting it level. But long as I build my outfeed tables and stuff, and I go my measuring off the center point, I'll be fine. I did take a little time and put the effort into it to make it. It is 1/16 of an inch lower, 1/16 of an inch lower than my table saw is. So I'll be able to actually use, which I would never use this itself as outfeed, but I can build a couple just move around outfeed tables with rollers on them that I can set over here, outside, whatever I need to do. Although if it goes outside, the concrete does slope down, so I can't go too far. But I can come out here a good 7 feet before I get to the garage door, and then I can use those outfeed tables If I make a skinny one, behind the wood stove to hold it up over in that end, which is awesome. And best part is I'll be able to have a couple extra outfeed tables to come off the saw. So that's what I'm mostly after with those. It's just a couple really simple. Probably just have a 2x4 framed with some 1x4s that slides up and down. Make it adjustable if I need to, but if I figure if I make all my outfeed tables the same height, I can just set it right there at 37, and I think it's an eighth. We're going to take it to 37 and a quarter. So I make them 37 and an eighth, and basically it'd be all good. So it'd be outfeed for the tables, outfeed for my chop saw, make probably an outfeed table for my planer eventually, which right now the planer is actually just sitting right down here on the floor, and I run the boards through it from outside the door and back in. So I need to get that figured out. My dog's got his little raccoon toy that he's taken out of there. So, but yeah, this was took me 2 days. I didn't work on it. It's maybe, I don't know, 2 hours probably, maybe probably 2.5, 3 hours, I bet. But it was a lot of time just moving stuff around, getting things set up. So I still do not have things where I need to have this shop, and I need to just someday tear it all out and start over from scratch, which I'll never do. So who knows? I keep thinking about just moving to a different shop and then starting over from there. But we'll see what happens. I'm happy with the saw. I've done a couple cuts on it. You can see there's already dirt on the back. I need to blow it off. It doesn't hit the wall when it goes back. It's literally just about touching, but not touching. There's a plug-in right there. The reason I didn't do any filming on making this is the fact you can see the back of my shop. It's really dark back in there and stuff, and I'm actually running off extension cords right now. So I have an extension cord coming from one of the houses out to here because I am in the process of rewiring this entire garage. I got to bring a 100 amp service in so I can drop in a 240 air compressor. I'm going to cut my saws up into 240 also, a couple things I got coming, and I really need the power, and I'm sick and tired of it. I actually kind of, one of the things I don't know if I should really admit to or not, but I did hot wire 110 plug-in right back into my breaker box. So not safe at all, and when it runs out to the house, I've pulled the breakers going out to the main house. So no issue of concern there. It's just not necessarily the most sane way of doing it, but it works for me. So, and I'm hoping within the next 10 days maybe that we'll have power out here. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys later. Get outside, make some sawdust, and create something. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.